I got to show you the radar, though, because we have been dealing with a few showers and storms starting to bubble up right along the immediate bay. I know this cloud cover has been pretty stubborn through much of the day, with honestly the heaviest actually staying pretty focused around the east coast earlier this afternoon. But let's look up through the Nature Coast, because you can see a lot of that thunderstorm activity that was on the western portion of Hernando and Citrus that has since weakened and moved offshore from Pasco into northern Pinellas. We are starting to pick up an increased downpour, especially into western portions of Hillsborough. I mentioned this 30 minutes ago. It was likely going to be right over Safety Harbor or Feather Sound, and you're getting both areas now dealing with this very heavy downpour. It is brief. It is moving to the southwest, but it is producing quite a bit of lightning already and some heavy rainfall along US 19. You'll see this continued actually to kind of build in through portions of southern Pinellas over the next 15-20 minutes, but then that will all move off to the west, back out in our inland locations, as quiet as can be, but mostly cloudy. You likely have a lot of your focus off towards all of this rain activity all the way from Jacksonville, Daytona Beach, and then really spreading out of the Bahamas. Well, it's actually deep tropical moisture in portions of the Bahamas tonight that is continuing to drift a little bit further to the north and to the northwest. That is what's giving us ample moisture overhead today, tomorrow, even going into parts of the weekend. So when we get the heat of the day going, we have a lot of moisture to tap into, and that means a lot of rain. And then we've had a bit of those light winds from time to time that can produce heavy downpours from time to time. So that's been the main thing that I've been watching and will continue to watch through tonight and even again through parts of tomorrow. Let's take you through our future cast, because I think between now and 9 o'clock, I really believe anywhere along I-75 and to the west will be the better potential to have a few of those isolated downpours. But anything that does fire up, as we saw, will continue to move off to the west, meaning overnight through tomorrow morning, nice and quiet. We'll clear out those clouds ever so slightly. It will likely be right around partly cloudy conditions for your Friday morning as we wake up in the 70s. By the afternoon, right around midday, we could get a few coastal showers to bubble up. And while our east wind will continue to try to dominate, we may get a little bit of a west coast sea breeze returning through parts of the afternoon, which will mean a scattered rain chances becomes more east and becomes a little bit more broken apart through our eastern counties as we go through the afternoon and evening hours. But right after sunset, some of that could try to push back off to the west coast. So that is why we're still going with off and on rain chances all the way through Friday and even to parts of your weekend ahead. That doesn't mean it's a washout of a weekend, but it just means we're continuing that pattern, that typical summertime pattern where we have the heat, we got the humidity around, and we have just enough moisture to tap into to give us that 50 to 60% chance for some of those isolated downpours. We need that rain. We do have some spots still dealing with the severe drought, especially along the coast, but also we need some of that relief from the heat. Today's actually been one of the lower days. We made it to 92 degrees with much of the afternoon hovering right around the mid to upper 80s because of some of that cloud coverage today. And you can see that cloud coverage holding on tightly as you look live from our Weather Tight Windows camera. We are in the upper 80s. We will fall into the upper 70s overnight through tomorrow morning. So just keep an umbrella on standby for your dinner plans tonight. It will be brief, and you'll notice over the next couple of days we kind of rinse and repeat that pattern with those daily rain chances.